Have you guys noticed that there's been a lot of accusations lately? Like a lot of very popular people you got Andrew Tate, you got Justin Roiland, you got Andrew Callahan, now Conor McGregor, and it's been busy lately. The Justin
really
Roiland stuff is particularly nasty if you've seen it. He's been texting minors, and the district. Say that again.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I want to hear what you have to say with this. The charges are like false imprisonment and something else that implies like
domestic abuse, right?
Domestic abuse, and it was false imprisonment by intimidation, coercion, or other methods. So basically, if you try to leave, I'll beat you. And she was afraid, and she stayed.
Okay, now you said something about texting minors. I hadn't heard that.
So if you Google Justin Roiland minors, you will find some Reddit threads and Twitter threads where a variety of people claiming, now this is not like scientifically police backed up or whatever, claim that Justin Roiland was texting them when they were teenagers ranging from 15 to 16, I think. So, and I read some of the messages, and one of them was something like, I'm drunk and horny in Atlanta. Holy shit, why are you such... Can't wait for you to grow up, or something to that general extent. Even today, there was somebody who worked at Squanch Tendo Games that said that Justin Roiland was not allowed to be involved in the writing process at WB Studios because of his sexual harassment against some of the staff there.
Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Why are you such... I can't wait for you to grow up. These are the words of a gentleman. This is a man who is waiting for a fraternity team.
Those are the words of a creepy guy who would have been older than me and some of us at the same time. And there was more people putting stuff out there. So the Justin Roiland stuff is spiraling out of control.
See, I don't like that stuff because like you just said, like I read a comment on Reddit. Someone said that they're a little girl.
Proven.
I saw this little girl on Reddit told me all about it. She texts Justin and he talks dirty to her. You know what I mean? Like that aside, I want to see more about like what he did to his spouse or whomever this whole thing's about. Like I always want details. I want nitty gritty, bloody details, because otherwise it's whenever we're afraid to like use adult language in adult matters, and we get in this like cloud of, I don't know, pleasant words that are abstract. It's like, wait, what did he fucking do? How many fingers? I need to know. It matters. Like exactly what did he do? And as far as creepy celebrities and their underage girlfriends, I don't know how Seinfeld gets such a goddamn pass. Okay, the man was 39, she was 17, and we're not talking about his.
What are you gonna do?
We're talking about his steady girlfriend.
It's fucked up. You got Woody Allen too.
I dare anyone to stop me.
Like in North Carolina, that's legal.
Oh, there's nothing illegal.
It was legal where he was. Yeah.
That's absurd.
Yeah, we're talking.
You guys might remember this. Do y'all remember? I think it was JX23 back in the Machinima days. In his 30s, he hooked up with a 15-year-old.
Oh, no.
But the age of consent in whatever European country he was living in was 15, so it was perfectly legal. But he got dropped from Machinima anyway. But legal and ethical are not right. People out there, PKA listeners.
What was his name? JX? DX23?
JX23, I think it was. Yeah. It was J and then EX23. I hope I'm not putting this on the wrong person. That would be bad. It's been like 12 years ago.
Said
it. Things that happened 12 years ago.
Yeah, you better watch out. Somebody will show up over there with a wooden stake and put you out of your misery. As a grown-ass man, I don't want any like weird like shit that you might think was some Justin Roiland type paraphernalia in my house, right? Like I don't need any stuffed toys. I don't need anything that a kid would look at and be like, "That's fun." Like,
come on, kids, come to my house. No one's gonna tell. No one's gonna tell.
Yeah,
you're safe. Come on. Nothing matters. Suddenly, this whole nihilism shtick. Everything's getting very real, Morty. Fuck everything. It was all about nihilism until fuck, man. I'm gonna be in prison, Morty. In prison, being. For real this time.
No, he's going to have to go to trial. He could recreate that stupid trial clip that he voice acted. You know, the real life one, the transcript?
I did that smarmy, nothing matters shtick, Morty. I did it for years, and now everything's closing in. It's very real.
Dude, it's sad to see, like I legitimately enjoy that show. I've watched it. I have fond memories of watching that show with loved ones. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
And like that's a little part of my like culture. Or like my life is Rick and Morty, just a little bit. I don't want to be one of those fucking weirdos that was. Remember those guys who were standing on like McDonald's counters, like
I want the sauce,
fucking wanting the sauce, like
front lines of Ukraine.
Remember the guy that won the sauce and got death threats over it?
Yeah, like my fandom never rises to those levels. Like I'll sit here and just be a quiet, like appreciative fan, like a good boy, and that's how I am with Rick and Morty. And so to me, it's the death of the show. 100%, it's the death of the show. Because he's not just a voice actor. Okay. He's not just the guy who does the voice of Apu. He's half the fucking writing and idea staff as well. And people be like, no, the other guy is all the ideas. Do you really think so? You really think they've been partners and they're splitting this shit down the middle because one guy can do funny voices? We couldn't have outsourced him $50 million ago.
People on Twitter disagree. Like I said, the guy from Squanch-Tendo Games.
You've got to disagree.
He's the creative director or something or another at Squanch-Tendo Games. He said Justin Roiland hasn't been involved in the writing in the show since like season 3.
Oh, is he distancing himself from Justin Roiland?
Oh yeah, because Justin Roiland had to also retire from his own studio. He put in his letter of resignation.
You know what's funny is like if that's true. I've always maintained that season 3 was the last good one. So if that is true, Justin Roiland was the lifeblood of the show. If that's the case, and he really did take a step back after 3, because there was a marked tone difference in 4 and the other ones, and it was not as funny. Wasn't as good. They tried to get Jerry in it too much. I don't give a fuck about Jerry. And I don't care about Summer, and I don't care. It's about Rick and Morty.
Summer's fun. Summer can be fun.
I'm just kind of being silly, but like I don't like
aside. I'm disappointed in him. I think that's what I'm really feeling is that, hey man, you had a responsibility to like be an upright, decent human enough so that you won't be legally removed from your job in society. Like I was counting on you to entertain me, asshole. I'm invested, but now none of it matters. I guess this was a show that didn't really matter anyway. This wasn't like, dude, if this had happened with Game of Thrones, can you imagine? Oh, can you imagine? Like it was bad enough with House of Cards. Like that was bad. But like something even bigger like Game of Thrones.
What about the upcoming Flash movie with that Ezra Miller who had like kidnapped women? I don't know how that's going to go. Or Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan. Channel 5 and All Gas No Breaks was modern gonzo journalism. It was some of the best reporting anywhere that we were seeing, even if it was a bit silly. And like he was like for BLM and stuff, he was like on the streets interviewing people inside of a burning building. Nobody else was doing that. Well, like you said, now it doesn't matter because he's checked into psychiatric care for sexually assaulting or coercion a ton of women.
Yeah, it's a bad look. It's a bad.
Are we
look.
On to All Gas No Breaks?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I knew that he had done something and then he had apologized. I didn't know that he had like checked in somewhere. I thought his documentary was bad. I thought it felt like a YouTube video and it felt like an unfinished work. And it felt like they were 75% of the way to making something that was even on HBO's level. And the fact that it was there was weird to me. I watched it. I enjoyed it. But it was a disjointed mess. And that wasn't some artistic flair of his. The way it begins is absurd. But that aside, like, he didn't have a product to sell. It feels like he was contracted to make this thing maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. And what happened was he got COVID on January 6th.
Yep, he couldn't make it to the big event.
For the ultimate event of the documentary. He's like, it's all building to January 6th, right? Like, and he's there every step of the way. He's at these rallies and events, like watching the fervor be fucking stoked. And then he's like, and then I got COVID, so I wasn't there for any of January 6th. I was actually with my nephew, Tommy. Tommy, what's going on? I don't know. What do you think about politics? And I'm like, well, are we going to interview this fucking random kid?
You got to pat it out. Now? You lost the ending to the movie.
Yeah. It's like, wait, this happened, and then you kept filming. Like, it seems like that's kind of the crux. You didn't go
crying to HBO and say like we're going to have to get somebody to fill in for me.
I thought it was okay to attend Republican events with COVID. Isn't that?
There you go.
Yeah. Oh no, I think he was like really sick though. Like I for a while it was pretty rough. He didn't have one of those fun
Herman
COVID
Cain
cases.
from going to the rally. You make up rules.
Herman Cain Award.